This isn't about Democrats versus Republicans. It's about making Washington work, regardless of who's in the White House.
The Senate is set to meet Monday evening for an unusual session to discuss the filibuster. The prospect of changing the Senate's arcane rules is creating intense partisan sniping, even by Washington standards. Congressional correspondent Ed O'Keefe is here to discuss. So, Ed, we're going to do a whole segment on Senate rules. Why shouldn't
Don't
people...
change the channel.
Okay, really, or fall asleep. First of all, here, let's make it important and exciting. All 100 senators are going to be there. That's really rare, isn't it?
It is. They're scheduled to be there. We'll see if they keep attendance and if all of them show up. But basically, this is the Senate's version of a kumbaya session. They've been fighting about this for months now, about how to approve nominees that President Obama wants to serve in the cabinet or at various executive agencies. Republicans have basically used every tactic in the book to somehow delay them over either serious concerns about their qualifications, serious concerns about the existence of the agency, or just because they don't like the person because they don't like the president. And so Harry Reid, now with the backing of, it appears, a majority of Senate Democrats and the White House, appears to have enough support now to basically say, we're going to change the rules. I'm going to get 51 of you to vote with me to approve one simple change. At least that's how he describes it. That from now on, any cabinet nominee, anyone who's going to run some kind of executive branch agency, only requires 51 votes to be approved, not the supermajorities that have been needed in the past.
Well, this is the thing I don't understand if I'm Harry Reid. I'm Harry Reid. I have a very thin majority. A projection came out today that Republicans could have 51 seats in the Senate come 2014.
Right.
So why use it in such a narrow sense that doesn't even get you that much, and then put yourself in a position where 2 years from now the Republicans could just bludgeon you by saying, you did it, so why can't we do it?
It's a big risk he's taking, but he believes, first of all, he believes the Democrats will hold on to control of the Senate. Second, there are enough younger, more liberal senators who have served really now for maybe 6-8 years at the most, but pretty much only under Democratic control,
Only been in the
who are
majority.
fed up with the fact that Republicans continue to hold up things. Older senators who've been there and have been in the minority and the majority say, hold on a second, I've seen how this works the other way around. You don't want to be doing this, because the moment we do it, once they get control of this place again, they're going to do it to us, and it's going to stink even more.
Quick civics lesson question. I thought they set the rules at the beginning of the session and then they had to stick with those rules for the rest of the session.
You would think that's the way it is, but Reid says, no, I can do this whenever I want. I'm going to do it. I'm the majority leader. I have a majority of senators on board with me, at least he believes he does. He has the backing of Vice President Biden if, as the President of the Senate, they need him to break a tie or to come in and make a ruling, and they believe they can do this. The other thing they say is, we're not in the Constitution. None of this is in the Constitution. So really, we as a body can decide to do this on our own, and we feel in this specific case, nominations to executive branch positions, we can do this.
He would need basically unanimous support from the Democrats. He can count on no Republican support. So that seems like a big lift, no?
Yeah, because there actually are a handful of Democrats who don't like this idea at all. Carl Levin, the senior senator from Michigan who's getting ready to retire. We believe there may be one or two other Democrats who would say, I've seen how this operates the other way around. I don't feel comfortable doing it. I don't want to do it. That's why they might have to bring in Biden to help get them over the 51 threshold.
And quickly, let's understand who this applies to, because they're saying this would only be presidential nominees.
Right. There are 7 right now that are up for a vote, and they are the Labor Secretary nominee, Tom Perez, Gina McCarthy, who lead the EPA, 3 people to run to sit on the National Labor Relations Board. You have Fred Hochberg to run the Export-Import Bank, and I'm pulling a Rick Perry, and I'm forgetting the other.
Did you mention Cordray?
Yes, Richard Cordray.
Consumer
That's the biggest
Protection.
one of all, the head of Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
Last thing, it seems like a lot of times in this town nothing gets done until we're at some sort of brink.
Yep.
It seems pretty possible, likely, that we come out of this meeting saying, okay, we've come up with a compromise that gets us away from this disaster scenario.
The only option for that, apparently, is if Republicans back off entirely and allow these 7 to get a vote. That's what Reid said today, and it's pretty clear that he's probably going to stick to that, if only because he's backed by enough Senate Democrats to make it happen. But basically, if they can't come out of the meeting Monday night with an agreement to hold up or down votes on these 7, allow those votes to occur, and probably pass, then Reid says, screw it, we're going to do this.
Okay. Ed, thanks a lot. Look forward to your reporting in the paper.
Great to be with you.
That will do it for us for tonight. We will fold things up. Hope to see you back here tomorrow.